Something to report in the Georgia Senate race. There's actually 2 Senate races, and this one will advance to a runoff.
This morning, Georgia is the battlefield.
The roadmap for Democrats to take back the Senate has narrowed.
2 seats that could determine the control of the U.S. Senate.
We are going to have a potentially determinative Senate runoff in Georgia in January.
The Democrats have taken back the White House and kept their majority in the House of Representatives.
And I'm humbled by the trust and confidence you've placed in me.
But while the Biden administration plans for the transition of power, the last hope for Republicans in 2021 hinges on 2 extremely close races in Georgia, a state that's added more than 1 million new registered voters since 2016. Georgia law requires a runoff election when no candidate gets 50% of the total vote. Neither of the 2 races managed to pull this off. And now, if both Democrats win, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris could break the Senate's 50-50 tie on votes, giving Democrats control. If one or neither does, Republicans will keep their majority, and with it, their ability to slow President-elect Joe Biden's agenda for the next 2 years. And with millions of dollars in campaign money expected to pour into the state, the future of the U.S. Senate hangs in the balance. For Democrats, the only path to victory involves riding the blue wave of demographic change that's been spreading across the state, and Jon Ossoff is at the heart of that momentum.
We're in the middle of a global health emergency, unprecedented in our lifetimes.
An investigative journalist and small business owner, Ossoff wants to strengthen the Affordable Care Act and overturn the Trump administration's rollback of environmental regulations. He's facing Republican incumbent David Perdue. A first-term Republican and key Trump ally, Perdue received 49.7% of the vote, narrowly missing the 50% threshold to win. Perdue is cousin to Agriculture Secretary and former Georgia Governor Sonny Perdue. While in office, the former business executive has mainly focused on the national debt crisis and global security. He's also claimed false allegations of election fraud in the presidential election. In the other race, Reverend Dr. Raphael Warnock is the notable pastor of Atlanta's historic Ebenezer Baptist Church, where Martin Luther King once preached. He rose to prominence in Georgia politics as a leader in the campaign to expand Medicaid under the Affordable Care Act. Warnock is running on a platform to end mass incarceration, fight voter suppression, and uphold Roe v. Wade, making him a symbol of the demographic shift in the state.
And I think Georgia deserves a United States senator who will stand up for ordinary people.
He's facing Republican Kelly Loeffler.
Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, you're not going to take Georgia. It's ours.
Governor Brian Kemp appointed Loeffler to replace Republican Senator Johnny Isakson, who resigned at the end of 2019. She's unapologetically pro-life, critical of the Black Lives Matter movement, and a fierce Trump loyalist. Loeffler is currently the richest member of Congress, with a net worth of $500 million. She was once the CEO of a subsidiary of the Intercontinental Exchange, which her husband owns. Loeffler also co-owns the WNBA franchise, The Atlanta Dream. With Perdue ahead of Ossoff by 1.7% of the vote, and Warnock leading Loeffler at 7%, both Senate races will be tight in the new year. Georgians have until December 7th to register to vote in the runoff, which is scheduled for January 5th, 2021. With Georgia as the only state to have 2 open Senate seats this election, if Democrats win either, it will be their second win in 8 statewide runoffs since 1988.
So we are working very hard to win Georgia, and we believe that we have a very good chance of winning.
Whoever wins will not only represent the state of Georgia, but will greatly influence how much power President-elect Biden and the rest of the Democratic Party will yield for the next 2 years.